he's so annoying, because he wasn't raised right. He doesn't have a mother or father, no one to teach him right from wrong. But if you don't have parents to tell you, how would you know? He's selfish and bratty. He's all alone.
You have no idea what it means to be alone.
Why are you saying that?
Because you're annoying.
I am sick and tired of badly written female characters. If I were to ask you, name some well-written female characters, how many could you honestly come up with? And if you could, if you were being really honest with yourself, were they as interesting or as well developed as the male characters? Was she your favorite character? I didn't think so. What about her role? Did she serve any purpose to the story besides being a walking trope, sex symbol, or love interest? It's pretty well known in anime, especially shonen, and media as a whole, that female characters don't really get the same quality writing as the male characters. Not only is this apparent when you examine the writing in depth, but there's also a correlation between popularity and being, character with some level of personality. But I don't want to go on a whole rant about this because anyone can rant about something, so I'm going to be part of the solution and give you all some tips so that we can all have the knowledge to write better characters and eventually be the change we want to see in the world. So to start off, let's rethink common tropes. If you're planning on writing a story with a main female lead, or even rarer, a story where the women outnumber the men, you might want to double check your characterization on common tropes. I'm not saying that you can't use these tropes ever, but steer clear from too much cliché. For instance, if you have a female character who is playing the role of being a damsel in distress and you don't want to change that, maybe you should consider how she feels about the situation. Does she want to get stronger so that she doesn't feel like dead weight? If so, how? If not, then what is the root cause of why she wants to play this role? I don't know, maybe if you want to deconstruct the trope, you could give her a reason as to why she feels the need to play this role. Essentially, just flesh it out. For example, don't write common shonen women who only serve as love interests or tsunderes with barely any ounce of personality outside their trope. Tip number 2. Avoid strong female characters. There is a common trope now that people misuse, thinking that having physically capable or overly perfect female characters immediately qualifies them as being just as good as other characters, but what they have instead is at the very least a boring character, or at worst is a character that gives off the message that any ounce of femininity is bad. What you want to do is give your female characters flaws, fears, and challenges like you would with any other character, and that's literally it. Which kind of leads into the next point, which is tip number 3, and I can't stress this enough, literally just characterize them as you would any other character. Sometimes the overwhelming amount of tropey characters and people criticizing said characters makes the thought of actually writing a good one hard, but it's not. Think, what is this character's agenda, beliefs, fears, personality, etc.? What type of character development will she have? What fear or misbelief does she have, and what happens to her that makes her believe that? What would her relationships be like? How does she view the world? How does she express herself? A good example of a well-written female character would be a Violet Evergarden from Violet Evergarden. She has a goal, being an auto-memory doll to learn more about basic human emotion and communicate better, and have a sense of purpose in her life. She sees herself as a hollow shell and killing machine after her traumatic past in the military and loss of a father figure. She has a well-established personality that may seem kudere-like on the surface, but the difference is that she is contextualized further than just being cool and quiet. She gains more confidence in who she is outside of being a weapon and gains more autonomy. And while she has a love interest, her whole character is not based around this relationship whatsoever. Honestly, you should just watch the show, it's really good. It is a little sad, but yeah, this should be the standard for writing women. Ultimately, it's easy to complain about the things we don't like. People do it all the time. But in fandoms, we have the ability to learn close up what decent writing should look like, and can grow up to become writers and producers for shows and books ourselves if we really wanted to. We don't even have to be an accomplished author or have a degree to make stories. You can make stories on social media, through short animations, fanfiction. You'd be amazed at how much stories make up your lives, and how the message affects us. And the best part about being a writer is that you control what you feed your audience. So, you change the world in your own way.